Hello everyone, this is the showcase and showcase of the code for the pirate game group. We'll showcase the code right now. First I want to show the actual game, right? This will be the game. This is the pirate game at its most basic form, and you can basically click on a normal island, uh, an evil island, where you get defeated, right? And then lastly, there will be a victory island, right? For the full game, which might happen after this project, or if we have some extra time, there will be more than one round. Right now, there's only one round. Now let me get into the code after showing the basic form of the project. So I used SFML, or let's say meet my team. We used SFML for the code. We used vectors, we used the memory library, and IOStream. So let's see. The base class for the island just basically defines like the constructor for it, which is through the SFL float rectangle. Will create rectangles with areas, right? That's really about what you have to know for that. We have a virtual construction destructor, so this right here, the bool clicked function, right, which is really just used to check what the mouse is clicked and what it does with the island. Then we have pure virtual functions, which just defines whatever the islands do when you click them. This entire block of code is for debugging. It's that red rectangle you see around the islands, right? Just so, look, if I'm pressing on the water, nothing happens. But if I click on the actual rectangle, this is the button, as some people would say. It makes a button that I can click on. And there you go. Just creates the outliers for the button height, button width, the rectangle, positions in the window, yada yada yada. These are the derived islands, the normal island, right? Which just outputs normal island when clicked. Doesn't really do much with your game. Very basic form of island. And with the victory island, which when clicked will open up the texture and among other things. But that's like something to be shown later. With victory right here, clear display right here. Then we have the defeated island, which is just the opposite, right? If I click on the wrong island, I'm gonna game over, right? Now we're gonna go into the main function, which most of the SFML code will be in. For example, creating a window, 800 times 600 times it's called shipwrecked. Then we will have the loading of textures for the normal texture, victory texture, defeats texture, which are loaded through the game where I made a assets folder, right, which I then loaded through my library. Then it's just an error. It's just general things for SML. You will load texture, then you have an error statement right here if it can't load it, right? Then there's something here which just the sprites, just renames them so I can like call them easier later. Right here, I'm using a unique pointer. Unique pointers I'm using here for easier memory management. I don't really have to use the delete ever. This just like simplifies memory management for me. So I don't have to use delete or anything like that. And deals with memory leaking because I've been using virtual functions and stuff like that. If I'm saying that right. So then right down over here, this is using pushback. We're using the make unique, expression, which avoids the new expression and also prevents memory leakage, right? Just to make it easier on me, this is like the types of vectors that we have, which have been shown on the top: the normal, defeated, victory. I'm listing some of the positions right here, right? Then I'm using enum down here for tracking the game state, right? just replaces the numbers with actual like words and just like makes it pretty easy to track, right? So game state current state, so normal, which means normal is just if everything's nothing's I didn't win, lose. Then we have victory if I win, defeat if I lose, right? Tracks my mouse movements right here. It's just for not like spam clicking. I mean, doesn't really change anything here, but honestly, you can just probably delete this. Doesn't do much. Main game loop. That's why Windows open. It's SFML just needs this, right? We have process all events. The event tab. If the event is closed, right? The window is closed. Then the program will stop running. This is the left click event, right? If I'm left clicking, it checks for a bunch of things, right? So if I click on a normal island, normal, right, it gets the position of my cursor and stuff like that. Unique, yep, loops through all islands. Like this checks. This is the checker for my islands, right? So if I click on a normal island, this will check it, and then will give me, for example, if I did victory island, it will give me victory back. If I'm doing defeat island, I get defeat back, right? And I always am in normal state. There's no way to return a normal state yet, right? Let's continue. That's literally about that. Executes the island behavior. Yep. The mouse press resets the press. This is again for if you spam mouse clicks. Doesn't matter. Or this, for example, just doesn't really. Yeah. Clears the window of a new frame. Yeah. Yep. Switch. This is the switch case for just like swapping the states of the thing. Probably don't need it that much, but I don't really mind. This is for debugging, so we kind of need it. Just removes the debugging in most cases. Yeah, draw victory sprite. If we change states, right? So yeah, it is just something that's from SFML. Displays the current frame on the screen. Yep. And then that's the code. I'm just going to show it one more time. We have a normal island, defeat island, and victory island. So will be the game. If we get some more time, we'll add some more features like actually being able to tell which island you're clicking on, or for example, like you can like ramp up points. Right now, it's just like really static, and we'll change some more stuff in the future if we have time. That will be the code, and have a good day. Peace out.